Hello, Uncle Tristan here. It's my first time recording a draft video, and I want to see if I can do it and if people like it. So, if you watch this, I would be very happy to get some responses, if it was worth your time, and if I should do more of this, if I should change something while recording. I'm trying my best here, so let's go. So, we have what's this? Iconic Masters, I believe. We have a bunch of green cards. I'm mostly looking at the two red cards and the Azorius Charm because I love Azorius Charm and the color combination, but I believe the individual most powerful card is Riftbolt. So I will pick that because it's still a Chaos Draft, even though it's Masters Chaos Phantom Draft. I believe some things are just more on the individual powerful card stuff. Okay. Let's see. Riftbolt goes well with nothing really here. I mean, I can. This is Vintage Masters, right? Yeah. Vintage Masters has the problem that I never drafted it, so now it's not the problem of Vintage Masters, but it's mine. I'm looking at Ernemjin. 4 mana, 4/5 is probably very strong. One of the old cards if you want to be aggressive, like red green beats or some stuff like that. Also, Finthorn Elves, I believe, is a strong card, probably on par when it comes to ramping, but I would rather have an Ernemjin. Okay, now we're down to what's the name? Ultimate Masters? Or which one of this was it? Was it Masters 25? No, it's one of these Master sets. So I believe Garner the Bloodflame is a very strong card. Just lets you attack and trade all your stuff away or block all your stuff away and then just return it. Also gives you stuff haste so you can play her. Other creatures, right? Yeah, other creatures at times. Also there's Kodama's Reach, which is an individual strong card, helps you splash colors, keeps you keeps it simpler, and it's just a good card. I believe I want to have fun, so let's pick the Garner. Okay. This pack is mostly blue and a bit of green cards. And then there's Cruel Turf. Well, even if we wouldn't play green, we would play the Cruel Turf because Cruel Turf is obviously a 2-for-1. It's a bounce land, so you play it, you get ahead on mana while not spending a card. It doesn't add mana right away if you play it, but that's not that bad in limited. Gaining card advantage is great. So you can play fewer lands for the same effect, basically. Well, I don't believe we can make Laboratory Maniac happen. More Ultimate Masters, right? Yeah, okay, I got that right. This was Iconic Masters, right? Yeah, okay. Can still get these differentiate the master sets, right, right. How does this work from the battlefield? From anywhere. Oh. Oh. I mean, what I just figured out was Garna doesn't care where the creature cards come from, so she will also return creature cards that were discarded from your hand. Even though Dagmar Salvage is neat and all, I will just pick another Lightning Bolt style effect and hope that we might be able to get some sweet stuff together. So if we play the Garna, we might just turn out to be cruel in the end. So Garna is a good card. Um, though if we have no other black, we might not want to splash her. This dinosaur is very strong, obviously, for mana 5/5. The drawback of spending only basic mana, quote unquote basic mana. I want to see how this works also on Magic Online. If I can't spend Gruul Turf mana, I hope they implemented it right, and I believe I will get my way around that, but still, I'm interested in how things work out. Okay, should I pick another 4-drop? Or should I pick some early defense, flashback card, which you can use to discard stuff and still gain value, sacrificing things, pumping things, having a minor token theme, having a 1 and 2 drop, bridging the gap between lower and higher cards, even though it's just 2 1/1s. Ooh. Well, Mindless Automaton. Oh yeah, this is sweet. It costs mana to discard cards. That's less sweet. I was thinking about discarding cards to Mindless Automaton to draw more cards and discarding more creature cards, and then getting it back with Garna. So basically, a weird way of gaining card advantage or discarding Fiery Temper to Mindless Automaton, but I believe since I want to play the Garna, I will just pick the Abundant Growth. Also, there's a Mock War Marshal if we want to go deeper into the token theme. We could do that as well. Cruel Turf, Jetty Offshoot. We can bounce our own Cruel Turf instead of another land in the late game. So we can gain a life each turn, and we're a bit set up against the more aggressive decks, but I don't like that idea. I'm looking more at the X, because the X works well with small creatures. Oh yes. Orcish Lumberjacks actually turns all your forests into Black Aloti. So you can do weird stuff with that. Okay, Arena Athlete is probably not good in this deck. I mean, what else could we pick? Rally the Peasants? Okay. Do we have dragons yet? No. Could we get dragon cards? It would be sweet. It's a nice blocker. Lure is not that great, but Nature's Claim for the sideboard is probably more of an has more upside. Ooh, and there's the Duckmore Salvage. Or a second Arena Athlete. We could get there on It Leaves. So I rather pick it, but well, maybe the time comes that I regret this. To not have the Duckmore Salvage around. Ooh. Okay, this pack has all the good things. It has Primeval Titan, which is probably just a pick because it ramps, it draws a card with Cruel Turf, it fixes for everything. It's a great card all roundabout, and it's just insane. And if you attack once with it, you will never have problems with casting all your spells. Then there's the second Cruel Turf, which is also insane. Having 2 of those means like we can easily play 16 lands and cast all our spells in time, probably. And then there's Lightning Bolt, which is like Rift Bolt and Fiery Temper, but we get the same effect right away without any shenanigans going on or paying more mana. Also, there's Sphere of the Suns, which I believe is worse than all these 3 cards, but still a decent card. But yeah, it's not even close. This is Primeval Titan. Okay, so Browbeat, we are not aggressive enough for Browbeat. Other thing is Arbor Elf, which is decent, especially with it's not decent. It's good. And maybe I wanted to have another elf instead of the Arnhem. So what I'm looking at is Arbor Elf and Decree of Justice. I mean, I have Abundant Growth and I have Primeval Titan. So playing this card is not the worst, and just making a bunch of tokens and kill your opponent with it is probably doable with this deck, especially since we have Orcish Lumberjack. But this is close. If I take this, then probably nothing will table. If I take the Decree, we might end up not running it. Yeah, let's do the adult pick. But I usually don't like doing the adult picks. They're so boring. Sprouting Shrinax. If you want to go more into the Garna thing, be fine. Or there was the Guild Gate if we had taken the very powerful card, which is probably in hindsight also not the worst idea, since we're still playing limited, so we need to have playables that win the game, not just a bunch of 1/1s and 2/1s, since the power level is a bit higher. But I believe I should pick the Rakdos Guild Gate. Then the Garna Dream is still alive, and with one Swamp, Abundant Grove, Rakdos Guild Gate, and Primeval Titan, it should be very easy to get there. Ooh. Well. There's a second Abundant Grove, there's an Urborg Uprising, and a Phyrexian Rager. I don't know how Jundi we will become. What kind of Jund deck we could become Jund. Then having Phyrexian Rager, Abundant Grove, Urborg Uprising, all these cards that draw cards and do stuff are great. Abundant Grove brings velocity, so does Phyrexian Rager. But I'm not sure that we could cast Phyrexian Rager, Imperial Fiery Temperer, and stuff in the same deck. Yeah, sure, let's just take another of these. Well, cheap interaction, usually the name of the game. We have double Abandoned Grove, we have a Cruel Turf, we have Rakdos Guild Gate. So we have a bunch of fixing right now and running random 1 or 2 basics. Should make Tribal Flames better, but not just for the sake of Tribal Flames. So, oh yes. Ooh. Oh crap. This comes just back from the dead, right? This is an amazing card if you're in a dragon themed archetype. Since we're turning more and more into a Rampy style deck, and this only cares about basic lands, and we have a bunch of non-basics. Oh yeah, Star Compass can't cast Imperiosaur, but Search for Tomorrow can. And I want to have as many 1-mana plays as possible. I will pick that probably, or ramp spells. Okay. Now Bloodfell Caves or Urborg Uprising. I believe I should start picking relevant spells for the grind stuff and so on. If I take the Bloodfell Caves, I will be able to cast all my black spells, but I will have very few. On the other hand, I have enough fixing that I can probably allow myself to play a few more black cards. So we have 1 gate. Might of Old Groza is okay. We have Might of Old Groza is not good. That was what I wanted to say. So we're probably are we maybe even black green and consider to splash red? That's also an idea. Let's keep an eye out for that. In that case, do we want to recover? Nah. We have enough of these kind of effects. Okay, do we want Mind Rot then? Creature card from a graveyard, create a Saproling. This one gets back. nothing we have right now. Yeah, I love Mind Rot. Let's Mind Rot some people. Horror of the Broken Land. This is a fantastic ramp target and very nice with Garna. We can cycle it and then play Garna to get it back, so we can just draw a card for free. Oh yes, giant creatures for the giant creature god. Let's go. This does more blocker, creates more blockers. Yeah. Well, this can be an amazing sideboard card, depending on what we get. No, I'm not really into playing these cards. I mean, the Orcish Lumberjack is probably insane with Primeval Titan, so I want to keep it around, but I believe... let's move it over to the sideboard right now. Oh yes, if we get a bunch of dragons in the next pack, or a bunch of elf cards, you never know, right? Then can play them. So, what's the average quality of our creatures? Besides Arbor Elf, all our creature cards are above average, I'd say. Imperiosaur is very strong, Arnhem is probably a bit annoying. Ooh! Hello there! Time to splash Banefire, right? Yeah. I mean, Banefire just wins games out of nowhere. We have Primeval Titan. So if we just keep attacking and flooding, and our opponent is flooding as well, this is a nice top deck that just wins games. So let's take it. I'm still a bit unhappy about Fiery Temper. I took it when I was assuming we were still red-green and not black-green. But it's really hard to cast double red early on, and late in the game it's probably not that important. But let's see where the journey takes us. Also the X seems... we have the Autocrat and the Thrynax. Yeah, probably the X is still good enough. Also it turns Arbor Elf into a relevant creature later on in the game. Ooh, Urborg. Does it do anything in this deck? I would love to say yes, but honestly, I'm not sure. Artisan of Kozilek is a great magic card, if we can cast it. Yeah, sure. I mean, we have Urborg Uprising, we have Garna. Why not go all the way, right? Let's go a bit bigger. Izzet Boiler works. So the question is, should we pick the mountain that adds one colorless as well and draws a card, draws a land card, or another Tribal Flames, or a Loimir or Death Knight? But I don't believe we need more Death Knight style effects. We have Urborg Uprising and Garna. So I believe Tribal Flames comes to mind and is probably the correct pick, even though it's a red card. With our fixing, we should get there most of the time. And if we can survive the early game, then everything should work out, right? Yeah, right. Okay, good old magic cards. This thing gets rid of counters, right? And then it makes... Only time you can cast a sorcery. Wow. This all lands you control becomes a creature. Fair. Well, let's stay a bit away from the red cards for now. Elvish Aberration is fine in the early game because it ensures our land drops, and in the late game it can be a 4/5 for 6, and sometimes helps us cast the Banefire and the Artisan. So the other cards are Grand Colosseum, but I don't really like it because it's bad with Tribal Flames, which sounds like a stupid thing to not so smart thing to say, but I believe We want mostly basics, so Tribal Flames is on, Imperious Sour works, Search for Tomorrow is happy for all these kind of things. Now we have the question, do we want more ramp creatures or do we want Phyrexian Rager? And I believe the answer is actually Phyrexian Rager. Even though we have very few 2-mana plays right now, Rager is a great card that draws us deeper into our deck and gets us where we want. Okay, this I would call a trap card for this deck because it does nothing to Heartbeat. Heartbeat of Spring is a cool card, but it's just a combo card in my opinion. And we are very, very far away from making anything that could look like combo possible. That could look like a combo star. Sorry. It looks like combo, not really good. So I believe we just take the Chromatic Star for fixing. He will need to make cuts very soon anyways, so whatever. It's can act as a cantrip, but it's red card. I believe Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot is great because it's also a 2-for-1, and all this deck really wants right now is drawing cards, so we will hit any land drop without playing many lands. I believe Carfu Predator is a good sideboard card. Ooh. Oh yeah, this also invigorated this format. Ah, this is insane on this. But the question is Will-O-the-Wisp better? Because Will-O-the-Wisp is a blocker for days. We don't have. We have a few big creatures. Yeah, I believe Will-O-the-Wisp could make a good addition to this deck. Not for the main board, but if we some protection against removal, this is great. Would I play Urborg in this deck? Nothing becomes suddenly double black or stuff like that. Verdant Eidolon. I have 2 multicolored cards. I can ramp into Ghana, for example, but then this comes back to my hand anyways. Olivia's Dragoon enables Riftbolt, but I will take the Eidolon, I believe. Just because I think it has applications to go for broke. I want this Death Denied just as a sideboard option. Here's nothing in here, so I just take the Aftershock for matchups where I want to board it in. Prowling Pangolin seems like a sideboard card against control decks. Those cards are both not impressive right now. Maybe I overlook something. So I take the more interesting card, since we have a minor artifact theme already. But I don't think there's much to do with that. I don't have discard outlet. I wouldn't play Dragoon anyways. So I didn't take that. I believe the Temper can go therefore can go. I think Chatter is also not really needed. Let's move these cards aside and look a bit more into detail. Will the Verdant Eidolon make the cut? It's a chance for the Lumberjack, but sacrificing lands is something I would rather not want to do in this deck. So let's not do that, right? Let's cut the Eidolon as well. And this could very well be a 16 land deck, because Elvish Aberration can cycle for a forest. So many cards just draw additional cards. Do I want to play the discard, the Mind Rot, the Inquisition? Do I want this X after all? I mean, it is good with the Autocrat, with the Sprouting Trinax and the Elf, and it helps to get through some blockers. Maybe this Waking Nightmare is not good enough. Maybe it's just... sniping the last two cards we cannot deal with otherwise could be great, especially since we don't have real answers for really, really big things, which is a very, very problematic thing to have. A very problematic thing we have. But yeah, let's cut the X. 16 lands is dangerous. Why is there more mountains for this deck than swamps? This doesn't seem right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe 2 mountains should be more than enough. So 14 lands. 12, 5, 6. And at least this amount. But I want one more mountain swamp. Yeah, well, maybe I should go down to 1 mountain. Yeah, let's try this. Let's go. So the idea is obviously that we want to outvalue our opponents. The question is, can we do that? I believe the answer is yes. Oh, sorry, we should keep this, obviously, especially on the play. If we draw one of our swamps, we can Shrinax on turn 3. We have Primeval Titan and a bunch of lands, so let's go. Nice. No discard spell. Oh yes. Oh yes, this is like Christmas. Just with giant colors. So we just return this. We drew a card, so we are basically up 1 card already. Did they remove their stop finally to not need to discard? Yeah, they did. Great for them. Well, this is a bummer, but that's the world, right? Oh, I can try, but I hope it won't work. I really hope it won't work, but if I can spend a mana, I shouldn't do it, right? I will just play a land and start casting Imperiosaur, and it just shouldn't accept the mana, right? Ooh, nice. Junt versus Esper. Ooh. Did I get a pacifism style effect? So that I can just deal with the Sprouting Shrinax cleanly? Oh yes, they do. Ah yeah, I remember Bound in Silence. There was also this rebel. Ah, that's good. I like that it doesn't work, because then I don't get tempted and stuff. Should I cycle this just for 1 black? We have actually very few double black or double red cards, so I think it's just worth it to get deeper into the deck. Yeah, sure, let's go. Oh, nice. I should have let 1 green float. Oh, okay. Did I get punished there? I don't believe so. Because, or would I? But I should have let 1 green floating. Because I have way more green 1-drops than black. I think the black ones are... Is it only Inquisition? I can just look it up. I mean... but looking it up is boring, right? So they will now spend their turn bounding my Shrinax, probably. Ooh, this is sweet. This is seriously sweet. I will just send in the clown. Yeah, they don't block because they're afraid. Rightfully, because they probably just want to attack. Okay, Will-O-the-Wisp and Garna with Phyrexian Raider in the same turn. or cycling Horror into Garna would make us want a Swamp. On the other hand, Tribal Flames wants a Mountain. Yeah, I mean, we can still... Yeah, what am I saying? I mean, next turn we're slamming Primeval Titan, probably. Or we can go Imperiosaur plus draw a card. So all the good things will happen to us next turn. There's nothing to be afraid of, and everything will work out. At least that's the plan. I mean, basically anything draws cards that we have going on. If they tap out, we will slam Primeval Titan for sure. Yeah, sure, you can attack me. I'm actually a bit afraid of Sur because Necropotence is in this format. So if they attack and get Necropotence or something like that, it would be bad. Ooh, nice. They're living the dream. No blocks. Because flying and non-flying. That's sadly how this world works. Okay, now they will pacify my Shrinax. That's great for us. Because we can play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Blue black. Are there 2-mana counter spells in this format? I believe there are some, but I will slam it anyways. The payoff is just too high. Yes. Swamp and Rakdos Guildgate. Now we have all the colors, all the fixing we ever wanted. But this Sur still keeps attacking, which is concerning me a bit. Also, we have the option to slam Garna next turn and just play a creature with haste. Ah. Oh no. This is actually a bit of a weakness here. Which thing will they get now? Ah, nothing more. Okay. So Zur just gets 2 pacifisms and a Hyena Umbra, plus whatever they're holding. So now the question is, what are we going to do? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Are we on the hunt for value or are we on the hunt for damage? I'd say we want to deal as much damage as possible. Okay, this resolves. Play Arbor Elf, which has haste. We play Imperiosaur with our basic lands. Wow, the Magic Online thing is not working its best. And I will probably attack with everything because if they block here, they take 6. If I attack this way, they take 5, and then they can keep all these things back to block. Ornamgen. Do I want to throw away a Ravager? Yeah. I mean, I have Urbok Uprising, so sending creatures in is actually good for me. Also, I want to do things. And the thing to do is right now is just to push for damage, I believe. Make them have stuff. Make them have it, or they die probably, or they will die. So they have 7 lands in play. I have more lands in play. They have more cards than me, which is not the best thing, but they have also half the life, but 3 times the cards in hand, but more cards in deck. So they're winning the deck race, attacking race as well. Oh man. Yeah, this is not an attack you can make. This is a good attack or not a good attack, depends on what's your follow-up. If you're roughing the board, this is a good attack. If you have a play that will just close up the board, will just prevent me from attacking anymore, is a good attack. There are many things that can make this a good attack. But face value, it's not a good attack. So if they jump, they take 4. Is Settle the Wreckage in the format? No, it's not, at least. I haven't seen it. Let's play this guy. Because everybody loves a good Arnhem Djinn. Am I afraid of losing Garna? Of course I am. Will I try to win anyways? Of course I will. I mean, if they kill Garna, okay. If I get to attack with everything, then they just die. So I will do that. Because I don't have hard removal spells, I only have burn spells. But I can draw a lot of cards and clump up the board very much. So I have to be aggressive in these spots. Even though I can grind, I don't want to lose to random flyers. This only has flying when I control the dragon, right? Yeah, okay, that's not good. Yeah, sure. Do I need to get even more aggressive? Could be the way to go. Oh yes, Nature's Claim is coming in absolutely. Will-o'-the-Wisp seems actually very good. Tribal Flame seems not so good, to be honest, because of dealing 2 to 3 damage. But maybe I'm just too much afraid of Sir. So do I want to keep in Chromatic Star? Yes, I want to keep it in. I believe Mind Rot is still a good card in this matchup. Without the X, the Sengir or Autocrat is bad, especially since there are very few creatures running around the ground. Oh, nice. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This is perfect, I would believe. This is still not a turn 2 Thrynax, but it's a turn 1 Arbor Elf. And like we all know, turn 1 Arbor Elf is great. Let's get... Oh, yeah, I mean, I can... Oh, wow, I can play Forest, Abundant Growth, draw a card, and then make like blue, red or stuff. Yeah, but I don't have any plays, so I draw a card. Oh, nice. This works out just perfectly. This is amazing. Okay, they will play this. Should I kill this or should I play Thrynax? I want to play the Thrynax, but I believe it's more important to just kill this. Play this. Do I want to attack for 1 or do I want to keep protection up for this? And with protection I mean tapping the forest and being able to regenerate. Yep, I want to regenerate this thing. I want to be able. Because dealing 1 damage is probably not that important over the course of this game. But being able to protect this thing could matter, though they have this weird... Oh no. No, 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 no. Let's first attack. Because if they kill it with some weird Sunlance effect or something, like Gut Shot, whatever, Okay, Gutshot is a bad example because then they already would have killed the elf, but I mean, there could be some if yeah, okay, air, mostly terror, but terror says you can't regenerate. Okay, maybe it was better to attack for one last turn. I mean, the life total is still divisible by 3, so it is not a problem. So what I will do is attack with the Shrinax. And if they block with the Golem, I will just kill the Master Splicer with the Banefire, forcing the Golem to die state-based. But let's first take a peek at their hand. Ooh, Spell Snare. Entreat the Angels! Wow! Wow. Expunge is destroy target non-artifact, non-black. Okay, this is. I'm not afraid of this. I'm also not very much afraid of Bound in Silence. Okay, I'm a bit afraid of Bound in Silence, but this Entreat has to go. Because if they cast it, I probably cannot beat it. Are they going to block? Yeah! Nice! Oh no! Opponent be like, haha, but I go, ho ho! Then it's their turn. They still have regeneration mana up. They can expunge a 1/1 if they wish to do that. Can play around Spell Snare. Ooh, this is a good card. May want to crack the Chromatic Star end of turn. Yeah, of course. Let's crack it for mana. Oh, nice. Okay. Nothing bad will happen here. Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot. Time to draw a card. Time to bounce a land. Okay. I think I will just play the Rager. And I will accept it that I will be hit once by the Trooper. I mean, all their cards are weird 1-for-1 cards, so my board is just better than theirs. I get to expand. I can even jump attack with my Raider just to get deeper into my deck, because I have the time right now. Well, they still wouldn't rather not attack. Yes. Let's cast the Horror of the Broken Lands. I mean, they would have played an island, so they could have casted the foil. So I'm not really afraid of that. Good thing I could hit the Entreat the Angels, even though it doesn't matter because our opponent is stuck on mana. And we will just win this game very easily, probably. And I believe they should have cycled the Expunge here end of turn. Okay. The first thing, it really looks troublesome for them. They can't attack because then I just untap the forest and make black mana to regenerate the Will-O-the-Wisp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're one short, but we're not one short to draw a card with the good old Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot, because everybody loves to draw extra cards. Oh yes. You know what everybody also do? Oh. No. I mean, they have a Spell Snare, right? Don't give them targets. There's no need to give them targets. And the Talon Trooper can just be ignored. They're stuck on mana, they have to act first. Probably if they play a blue spell, then I can just burn anything away. Maybe I just tried into baiting them to use the Spell Snare. Okay, maybe they have a kill spell for the will. Stop, this doesn't make any sense. This really doesn't make any sense. Maybe they just want to burn my time, but I don't care. I mean, I'm ahead on time, I won game 1, right? So there's nothing to worry about, this just gets tapped. Oh, this is a nice card. My priorities just changed. Let's attack with everything except the Arbor Elf, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 5. Oh, let's attack with everything except Will-o'-the-Wisp and Arbor Elf, yes. Let's get some damage through. Bah. Nice. I mean, this is... No. We don't want to do this. We want to do this. Burn this away. Then get our old friend Imperiosaur on the battlefield. Then they will probably expunge it. We will go Urbok Uprising on Thrynax and Imperiosaur, replaying Sprouting Thrynax, also not attacking with the Arbor Elf. Makes it a bit less likely that I have a trick. And I want to keep it around because I have Artisan of Kozilek. And I want them to expunge now. I can make their Spell Snare just a dead card. So, yeah. So they can pitch it to the foil, sure, but then they would need to not play an island, which I believe they would rather do playing an island and getting ahead on the board. They cast Expunge, right? Ah, okay, they get their Pacifism right now. This is also completely fine. Oh, and I shouldn't have 6. Oh, Hyena Umbra. Okay. Did I already draw their Pacifism? Yeah, okay, this is great. I don't see a problem here. Honestly, I really don't see a problem here. I mean, aren't they just very far behind right now? Let's just draw a card. It's still the best thing to put it here. Alright. Oh, nice. These two attack. Is this attacking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Let's just sacrifice a Zeppelin, so they will take 8 damage for sure. And then their trooper probably can no longer really attack. They have to deal with the Imperiosaur. Also, playing the pacifism there on this creature seems a bit odd to me, because I was the beatdown, I think, and just using pacifism to get 2 damage in with the trooper instead of preventing 5 from the Imperiosaur just seems wrong to me. But maybe they have different plans. Maybe they go like Wrath of God now, or they have a Wrath in their deck somewhere and they already are determined that they cannot win anymore unless they find that Wrath, and now they have it. And attack again, and then just draft a board. Or they play Hyena Umbra on the flyer. Oh, okay. So they're on a very defensive stance then. Okay. Let's go. Let's first draw out the Expunge. They will kill this with their Expunge. I will cast Artisan of Kozilek, returning it. Yeah, sure. We're in the second main phase. I will add some green mana. I will untap it. Adding more green mana. Casting Artisan of Kozilek. Let's play around the sweeper, right? I mean, the Artisan is probably enough to make them scoop. And if they have some sweeper style cards, then I'd rather have 3 1/1s left over. Let's go for another match. Let's jun them all. I'm still not sure what our opponent tried to accomplish there. Maybe... Wow. So I have a discard spell, I have a draw spell. I have 15 lands in my deck I want to play. I probably cannot keep that, at least I shouldn't. This is very greedy to keep. Yeah, sure. I mean, I have Ed Forest in my deck. Oh yeah, I have Ed Forest in my deck. Oh, this was stupid. Don't do this at home, kids. Just... Oh, and they took a mulligan to 6, so... Oh yes, we have all the time in the world. Okay. No regrets. Okay. So they're probably a Reanimator deck. Okay, that's great. We have our forest already online. We just need to draw. Oh, okay. So if we cycle this, we go there. They still have 5 cards. So I do not want to mind rot them yet. Let's play the more mana intensive card that draws a card. Yeah, exactly. And this is why you keep one-liners with discard spells. So I take Cavern, okay. So they have more ramp in their hand. That's fine with me. But I don't like people ramping, so let's not allow that. Let's deal 2 to the Zodiac Cavern before they can flip it up. And jump them hard. Oh yes. The real question is, do you want to make them discard a Woodfall Primus? Since they've shown us Krovic and Sorcerer. But they've also shown us a ramp card. Okay. Sure. So 3, 4. No, we can also play it. Oh yes, we can, right? Yeah, we can. This is great. This is awesome. No, we can't. Okay. I just take back everything I said. Do I want to ramp then? Yeah, I want to. I always want to ramp. Ramping is great. Everybody loves the ramp man. Cause he's Batman or something like that. They draw a card, they play a forest, and then they play a spell. They don't want to just hit me for 2. Okay. This is probably Willbender, and I will be very, very sad when this thing... When I have to mind rot myself. But I'm here to learn, right? So let's play around the Willbender a bit and empty their hand if they don't have Willbender. But it's always Willbender. Ah, it's not Willbender. Lucky us. Ooh, counters. Oh, nice. Their deck is seriously sweet. I like what they're doing. And I feel a bit dirty. Oh no. No. I regret everything. I know I don't, but well, I can draw another card. So either they drew a 5+ drop or they just forgot that they can attack. Yeah, they forgot. Okay. Let's forest cycle this away. Get a card deeper into our deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Garna. Let's get it back done. Let's go. So we take 1 from the Brindle Shroud if it attacks. Oh yeah, I would very much love to block, because I have Orbog Uprising in my deck, so I can do the Time Walk again, or whatever the new kids say. Will-o'-the-Wisp. Let's play around weird disenchant stuff. And let's go. Yeah, sure. Are they? Is there a third color? Okay, that's just... Yeah, sure. Double blue. Of course. When they attack, I will just block right here. So that's not a good attack. I will not cycle that. I will just attack for 4. play another beefy blocker. Yeah, sure. Get you 3/3. Well, the 3/3 is actually good. But it's not good enough, I fear. Let's play a horror. Well, I could have played around a static something. But it's not in this format. So they forgot to damage with the Guardian Idol. Okay, they just bring an island into play. So it's literally explore. Okay, what will we draw next? Riftbolt. Will we just blitz it away? Probably. Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't want them to double block me here. Especially not with the 2/2 and the 3/3, because they can still activate the Guardian Idol and double block my 4/5 as well, which is actually nothing I'm very interested in. So I would rather not have that happen. And they don't force me to do the maze thing. I'm amazed. Haha. Let's get in there. Is there any reason? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, sure. Let's play a land. Let's just hope they don't have any reanimation spells. No one's shadow. Plays an island. Okay. So now they will jump with their Guardian Idol. And we will keep the Imperiosaur back because... Oh, will we keep it back? That's an interesting question. I mean, if they draw a sweeper, then we just lose. We have 2 lethal attackers against 1 unknown card, and they don't... Oh! Okay, against 0 unknown cards, but now it's more likely for me to play it, probably, because if they draw a creature, they can survive another turn, but if I drop this, and they don't have exactly a sweeper in... it's blue-green, what am I talking about? Of course I play this card while they have no cards in hand. Yeah, exactly. I'm just a bit... a bit weird. They are blue-green ramp stylish cards. They have a few small creatures, but not too many. So I'm looking at this Prowling Pangolin. It could come in handy sometimes. They have Brindle Shot. Yeah, okay, no. They have Brindle Shot, Coiling Oracle and stuff. They have some things to survive the early game. So I would rather not have that happen. That they sacrifice 2 1/1s to deal with my 6/5. While they get value out of it as well. Yeah, sure, this hand is less flashy, but it contains cards I want to work with. Will I run out Will o' the Wisp? Actually, yes. Even though I can't regenerate it yet, if they just kill it, they have less cards in hand, which makes the Mind Rod I just drew better. Oh, nice. More cards that draw cards. My favorite kind of card. I mean, drawing cards is actually insanely good. Oh no. So they have still 5 cards in hand. They had Willbender and Inox Survivalist. Will I expose my 1 mountain? Nope, I won't. I mean, there's not much risk in that. Oh, nice. More forests will become rainbow lands without drawback. Or the drawback is... okay, now they have counterspell mana up. And that didn't do anything. So let's just put Abundant Growth on this. Draw cards. Attack for 2, and I will probably still cast a Search for tomorrow. If I play Mountain, they will just let it resolve, I believe. So let's just play Mountain. I mean, Yeah, exactly. I have the feeling that they're on counterspell or what? Nice. Now they get to Restodon and like Unburial Rights and play planes from their hand and screw me over. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. Gifts and givens. What the? Excuse me? In your graveyard, you have 4 cards in hand currently. You can have the Kozilek because you will never cast it. Believe Guardian Idol Pelaka Worm should go into the bin because Coiling Oracle is just replacing itself, and if it doesn't flip a land, I don't care. Guardian Idol Pelaka Worm is gone. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, friendo. Yes. Of course. Nice. See? No ramp to see here. And they're already on this. Okay. This is probably either a ramp card or a survivalist. You have still 5 cards in hand. I believe I should just burn this away. Haha. Or actually, I would have preferred to hit the other thing. And I will play the good old Arnhem Gen. Now I can use the 6 shortcut again to get faster through the turn. The Coiling Oracle will become a. Or the Brindle Shout. Yeah, sure. Let's give this Forest Walk. Always yield. Sure. Yeah, sure. If they want to double block the Rager, that's fine by me. But this can come back for damage opponent. Oh no, Kappa. Here I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I can, I will keep up unenchanted basics, so nothing bad will happen when I have this Will-O-the-Wisp. So I hope they cast. Oh, nice. So they hit a counter spell after all. That's sweet. I mean, I will probably defeat the Kozilek with the Mind Rod at any point. So, oh no. And there's the Skipper. They will only this? What? Ah, yes, it's a Woodfall Primus. I was like, oh no, this is Terrastodon. This isn't. Oh, it tramples, right? So let's give this Forest Walk. I believe these two can take on. I don't want to actually, but I have to probably, right? Yeah, I have Manador creature. They will kill this and this probably. If I Mind Rot them now, they have 7 cards in hand. Yeah, I probably should Mind Rot them now. Even though they get to. I should have tapped differently. This was a mistake, but not a costly one. So if they keep Kozila. Yeah, this is actually great. Can't attack here. Okay, they kept Kozilek, so they really want to do the thing. Oh, nice. And they could probably really do the thing. Just way more. I shouldn't do that. Okay, this is easy in attack. Yeah, sure. F6. No blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, sure. Let's give this island walk, forest walk again. Maybe I should have started giving Woodfall Prime. Oh yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just attack with this, shall we? Oh yes. Nice. Okay, I'm so happy that I can use my crappy reanimation spell to get it back. Yeah. Yeah, having Will of the Wisp mana right now is cool. It's not very important, I believe. Oh, nice. So, oh no. This is bad. This is unbelievably bad. How will I beat this thing? Except for I won't. And now they are attacking with what, for Primus? Yeah, sure. Get off my lawn. Can trade one half of the Primus for Ernie. Kill my duel or my forest. You should kill my forest. But people don't like to kill forests, probably. Which is perfectly fine by me. Can I beat this Quasi-Lag? I believe if I would have drawn Banefire right now, I had have 9 down. They go to 5. They have Annihilator 4. I mean, I have to try. Even though it doesn't look for the hero. We still need to try. Yeah, whatever. Scoop. Fudge. Well, this didn't. Yeah, sure. Let's just Garner right now. Yeah, sure. Let's just concede the game right now. Yeah, no. No. This is not going to work out. Okay, so I need to kill their little stuff as quickly as I see it, and I... did I? Yeah. But I believe I did the right split on that. This is... this is nah. Yeah, I will keep this. I will probably put away the Urborg Uprising. Maybe that's wrong. I was thinking for a short moment that I should put back Forest, but putting back Forest is just nothing I'm interested in. So, I mean, I'm 1 mana off of casting Elvish Aberration. Oh no, this thing has to die. Crap. Now I'm getting punished for not suspending Riftbolt, but if I wouldn't, then... But do I need to kill this right now? I don't think so. I mean, you can rummage once, but this isn't even a looter. This is just a worse looter, right? So... Do they have a land in hand? Ooh! Okay, I take everything back. Crap. This is not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alarm. Let's see. We will kill that and we attack, right? Trading is fine, even though they have this haste creature. Do you want to burn 2 things away? I probably don't want to do that. I will cast this, targeting this. I probably should have used Tribal Flames. Doesn't get better right now. And if they can ramp out their... Yeah, sure. Will I take 6, 7? Yeah, I will take 7. Okay. So let's go into race mode then. Okay, getting punished for not going face here, I guess. I don't see a problem here. Maybe now it's my turn to not see what's up. And I probably should have first cast the Aberration. Because if they have some weird counterspelly thing, then that's not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 mana next turn. What the f... This is seriously sweet what they're doing. I really, really like it. I mean, it's great, but for nah. If I just burn this away, 3. Yeah, let's just burn this away. Since I don't have double blue up right now. Ooh, this is actually very sweet. Gifts ungiven, okay. I believe. Should I attack now to trade with this thing? I will not burn it away. Nah, I will not do that. Yeah, gifts ungiven. Now they can just trade with this here, then my other creatures can attack. Yeah, sure. I mean, I can give the Root Wall a Forest Walk because I don't like that going on. Oh. This cycling one really didn't pull through as expected. Okay, they now have a Zoetic Cavern, I assume. Zoetic Cavern. So, yeah, sure. Let's give the Cavern or the respective other thing. Yeah, sure, let's draw a card. I mean, the Banefire isn't lethal yet, so... Yikes. This is actually funny. Okay. And I'm an idiot, but that's okay. So will I trade Ernie away for this one? Attack with both. Will they double block this? Probably. Yeah, sure. Let's just get in with this one. Maybe this is not aggressive enough, but but Bane firing them for a lot seems like the right thing to do. What? Yeah, I'm more afraid of the Basking Root Waller right now. Yeah, sure. And probably I should have done it the other way around. Well, if I tap the Aberration, but you never know that you draw into Imperisar. I mean, do they have... Oh, Woodfall Primus again. Bye bye, Cruel Turf. Nice to know you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Banefire still for 7. Yeah, I cannot block this. Thank you, Ernie. No, stop. No, I'm one short. Really? Narf. Well, 4. Let's go. They have just deployed an 8-drop. They have gifts and 1 unknown. So probably they will just attack me for 6 this turn. Usually, nah, I will not block. Not me. Maybe this was a mistake. Oh, nice. Now they have the counterspell as well. Okay, now they have Zoetic Cavern and... Ooh, so let me think for a second. If I attack with all my other creatures... I have 8 mana. So I can Banefire them for 7 and Tribal Flames them. For this amount... I could be greedy and just attack with the Imperiosaur and see what happens. 3... 13, no, I cannot. I just cannot do that. This is nothing I'm interested in. So they will probably want to gifts ungiven here. So they would likely let the Zoetic Cavern die. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Well, if I didn't kill the Krovikan Sorcerer, I would have had the burn power, which is actually a bit awkward. They will now gifts, right? For 3 lands? No, 3 lands on Kozilek is not a thing they can do. Because then they won't get their Kozilek. And gift is surprisingly good in their deck. Okay. I can't give them creatures, right? And if I give them counter spells, then I die anyways. So I need to put Pelaka Worm and counterspell into the graveyard. But then they have the best of both worlds and just crush me on the board. Ah. Yeah, sure, I think I just concede to this. Yep, that's my defeat. Yeah. Let's play another match. And let's see how far we can get. I believe I go to 1, like every league I played this round. This time. So let's get back to work. Yes, I want to start, I want to keep, and I want to suspend search for tomorrow. This is a good feeling. Suspending search turn 1, going abundant growth turn 2. All the good things are happening right now. They play a forest and don't do anything. This is also fine. Always yield, so we get faster through that. Let's just draw more cards, because drawing cards is fun. I mean, you could have cycled the aberration. And punished. Ah. Yeah, well, the search will... What? Wait, what? This card is in the format? Uh-huh. Oh. Okay, so... No, the plan is aggression, right? Yeah, the plan is always aggression. This will probably get a mountain. No. Will it get a mountain, though? Yeah, I probably have to just so... No. Do I cycle this? Play Forest Arbor Elf? Or do I try to get lucky? Yeah, I think I should cycle this. Trying to get lucky with Phyrexian Rager. This is probably just my style, but I mean, making sure I can play all my cards. Yeah. If I would have gone for Abundant Growth on Swamp, I would have been fine. But no, yeah, okay, fair. I have a number of 1-drops in my deck. That's probably just the right thing to do. No blocks, no bueno. This is nothing I'm interested in. And no, no other creatures. Okay, so random burn spell from the top. Let's go. This is very ambitious, actually. What if I just kill the Slaughterhorn? Isn't this just like concede mode then for them? We have a bunch, right? We have 3. Okay. And each of those 3 is still available. Come on, Phyrexian Rager. Let's rage on. Let us rage. Oh yes, you're the best at magic. Finding those flames and burning them. Let's go. Wow, this is probably the best tribal flame I will ever cast in this format. Trading 2 mana and a card for 2 cards and 7 mana and 4 damage. Oh yes. This is actually very, very fun. But I'm still a bit upset about their Ancient Tomb. I want one too, but they don't play the best spells with it, so I'm actually less afraid of it. Oh, okay. Good old Ernemjin is here to save the day, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, sure. Let's mind rot them so they keep only one card. I know this is not the ideal time to mind rot people, but it's better. Oh, Forest. Oh god, Phantom Nomad plus Aura, plus an Aura that gives it more toughness is actually very, very not so appreciable. Ah, nothing I'm interested in facing. So let's not face it, right? And hope they don't have something like Armadillo Cloak for the attended night. That would be very, very unpleasant. Because Trample First Strike, Lifelink 6 power. It's just Gadoktik. What the Why? How? When? Yeah, sure, you get Forest Walk. We. No. If I burn this away, then they will play. Yeah, sure, let's get in with Ernie. I mean, I can get it back with Garna anyways, right? So if they want to trade with this and something else, yeah. This is what I thought. Perfect. Yes, Ernem Jin, the best of all the Jins. Well, probably the black one, but you know what I mean. Let's untap a forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Garna. Let's just take back the Ernem Jin. And 1. No targets for Rancor, please. Thanks a lot. Now the post-combo tasty. Oh, yes. This was actually a savage beating for them. Losing the Empire Crocodile there was probably the whole game. So what's... Banefire gets hit by Gadoktik, Urborg Uprising, and that's it, right? I believe this is a matchup I want the X for. Will-o'-the-Wisp seems perfect unless they top deck Rancor, or if they have Rancor. If they have Rancor, then I will probably just lose to that because I have not enough toughness. So Waking Nightmare, aka Mind Rot, seems fine to me. Inquisition seems great. Urborg Uprising seems a bit slow, so does Artisan. I believe I just get the Artisan out of here and then keep the weird mid-range ramp whatever nonsense train rolling. Oh yes. This is an easy keep in my opinion. I believe we can and should cycle. Okay, this is very bad. This is nothing I'm interested in. Please get out of here, benevolent bodyguard. 1, 2. Do I want to cycle this? I don't have to decide this now. I mean, I can now just press the 0. Okay, all it does is setting this. No. If I had Tragic Slip there, and it's Rancor, of course. Of course it is Rancor. Am I trying to look for my one mountain? Of course I'm trying to find my one mountain. This is not a mountain. This is also not a mountain. Do I wish to discard? Of course I do wish to discard. Let's get back here. Do I discard a swamp or a forest? I believe I discard a swamp. Yeah, sure. Then I play the Shrine Axe and then things will go from there. I mean, Shrine. Oh, this tramples. Oh, come on. Give me a break. So, well, if I try to kill it, will I sacrifice the bodyguard instead? Probably. Will this end good for me? Probably not. But I still gotta try, right? I mean, if I play the Shrine Axe. Oh, if I play the Shrine Axe and block here. Or I just take 4. Yeah, that's better. But they're really turning up the heat, which I'm not a fan of. Let's see what happens this time. Oh yes, I'm happy they attack. Unless they got a trick, then I'm not so happy that they attacked. But sure, I believe in this heart, in the heart of the cards, right? Or something like that. Come on, tap out for a 4-drop. Let me draw. Oh yes, rank Inquisition. Ah, close. So I kill the. This will become a 5/2, which then gets double blocked, and we take 3, which is fine. I can't kill both. I will play Arbor Elf and cast Drift Bolt on the Hungry Spriggan, because otherwise it gets too hungry for my taste and I cannot kill it anyway, other than quad blocking, and quad blocking is nothing I'm interested in. If I recall correctly, at least last time I checked, I wasn't interested in that. I believe it didn't change, so let's not do that. Attacking here is pointless. Is it double or triple blocking time? Well, I mean, they will push damage through otherwise. I believe. I'm afraid of. Do I call shenanigans? I will at least double block. But I believe that's fine right now. Nothing bad will happen, right? Ah, they just get to get their Rancor back, and then I get to slam Primeval Titan, and no, oh yes. I mean, oh no, probably, but for the time being, oh yes, this is nothing I'm too much afraid of, or too afraid of. Let's first slam this good old person. Well, now you have a giant problem, my friend. And I need to get a mountain because I want to have Tribal Flames online for 3. If they have Swords to Plowshares or Path to Exile or stuff. I still want to block just to take a counter from the Nomad. No matter what. Ha! If they go Rancor on the Nomad, I will probably block with the Primeval Titan. Oh yes. This is actually very good for them. Or the Nomad is very good for them in this regard. I can roast the Nomad, right? Yeah, I can. This is 6 mana, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I want to do something else? Do I want to attack with the Primeval Titan? I believe not. Let's first draw a card. Maybe I draw a land that comes into play untapped, because all my lands come into play untapped right now. Oh yes, the Rager is also great, but I don't want to have 7/5 Emperor Crocodile lurking around, causing me much trouble. Yeah, Banefire this away. Banefire is a stupid card. Just the can't be countered clause alone. Then I will probably tap the Arbor Elf to put a Chromatic Star into play. And I won't attack because I don't have a Death Wish. And with Death Wish I mean Rancor on Nomad and something weird as well, and then only a Sub-Rolling to block. But a 6/6 blocks very well, so no harm in waiting, I believe, since we are the deck that can outlast them very easily. They have to act first. And there's also no way they can give protection from green and Rancor us. Oh nice, Kitchen Things is a cool card. They will probably put Rancor on it as well, because they tap this way, or they are still thinking about where to put the Rancor. Okay, as expected. So they can now double block my my Titan to kill it and still have leftovers. I'm not really into that. So I will just first things first cycle this thing. Oh yes, this is amazing. 3. Let's draw cards. Probably this. Yeah, this is a mistake. I should have played the Aberration. No, I can play the Aberration as well. And drawing cards is nothing wrong in this world, right? Everybody loves to draw cards. 4, 5, 6. Just slam more big dorks and the opponent will eventually not be able to comprehend that this is probably a spot where the Primeval Titan could step in and deal them attack to get more land, even more cards out of a deck we don't want to draw at this point. But I believe the life total right now is more precious than like removing. Oh yes, opponent agrees, they concede, and we've won this league. Thank you for watching, and please leave feedback.